Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 5 of Mistconceptions. I'm your host, David White. Before we get started today, let me give a shout out to Kit Andrade, I don't know. They left us a very awesome iTunes review, our very first, so you get this blue star ribbon, and you can expect it in 5 to 6 weeks. Anyways, I have some it is bad news. It seems like this episode will be the last episode of Misconceptions, at least for now. The episode that this, or rather the recording session that this episode was recorded in, it was kind of our last one. Because right after this, Jaime and I got into a really big argument, and I don't want to drag his name through the mud or do anything like that. But he thought that all of our listeners were scrub lords, and he's basically an awful person. And I didn't really feel comfortable recording any more sessions with him, so I kicked him out. But, he was part of the story, and we really can't continue this story without him. And so until he apologizes to me, we're not going to make any more episodes. So as of right now, this is the last episode of Misconceptions. And, the whole two of you that reached out to me and told me how much you liked the show, I really appreciated that. And, I thought about not putting this episode up, but I thought you two needed this episode. So, anyways, here you go. This is the last episode of Misconceptions for now. I hope you enjoy it. I've really appreciated all the love and support I've gotten from, the two of you. Anyways, here you go.
Previously on Misconceptions.
I do not tolerate failure, Bill. You will have one more chance. Tonight, after your shift, you will get your dossier, and you're going to bring me the soul of the poor bastard that's picture is in that dossier. Do you understand me, Bill?
Very impressive, Deja. You're hired. There's a cubicle over there next to Pablo. It's covered in boxes. Just move those out of the way, and this is your laptop. Use it. Do whatever you need to get the job done. Just ask Pablo for the work orders. It's very basic work.
No.
As they're
Esther.
arguing, I've grabbed the bottle, not ripped it off the table, but I grabbed it and I'm examining it and kind of sniffing the inside of it, just trying to figure out if there's anything that racks any kind of memory. Has anybody seen this symbol before? You
No,
have to.
never
Somebody's
seen it.
had to have seen it somewhere.
I haven't seen it anywhere. But
It's
granted,
not on the internet anywhere.
I'm in a third grade classroom all day long, so, we need those police reports.
I can just hack into the police mainframe anyway, so...
You can't just hack into the police.
With a shot.
You'd have to be at the city PD to get access to their mainframe.
We could go to the station and distract people while Zach gets into the room and gets the info we need.
A man kind of rounds a corner and you bump into him. He has kind of a pudgy face. His hair's kind of messed up. It's like he tried to fix it, but he's been working hard all day. He has a very nice suit too. He's carrying a suitcase and a bunch of folders and everything. You bump into him and he just drops everything. He says, "Oh no, sorry, I'm so sorry." He starts scooping up all these folders.
To help him out, and while I'm doing that, even with my cybernetic lenses, I'm recording everything.
Hey, Detective Martinez, got a minute?
He looks up, kind of frustrated, like he's gonna say something, and then he sees you and he says, "Well, bless my guts, if it ain't Esther Black."
Bless my guts.
Esther, I told your dad that I would look out for you if anything happened to him. Something did happen to him. I'm looking out for you. I know I haven't been to the pub in a while. I've been busy. All of this. I'm gonna come by soon and check on you.
Ren, I think we should tell them that we're tracking this guy. I mean, they could catch him. They could handle it. Why do we need to be the ones tracking him if he's just going to these warehouses?
Do you see the police? This place is a madhouse. Of course we have to keep tracking him. We can see where he goes. The police don't have the resources to do this.
You pull up a lot of redacted files.
Okay.
A lot of those keywords have been omitted or covered over.
I guess as I'm doing this, I'm downloading all the redacted files to my laptop.
As I mean, as you're looking at the files, all you can tell is that they've been redacted. If you want to, I can tell you who they've been redacted by.
Okay.
They have been redacted by Commissioner Wheatley. See you, kid.
See ya.
He gets back to work. And as you're leaving the office, you're walking by the missing persons board. More people are being added to it by the second. And like time seems to slow down like as you take steps. And you see a policeman walking up holding a picture, and he puts it right in the middle. And as he backs away, you all see the picture of Pedro Sanchez.
The city, a mashed up combo of the old world and the new, of the mundane and the mystical. By day, this city is everything it seems. A city with towering skyscrapers, potholes that never seem to stay fixed, and stiffs in ties and dames in high heels. But at night, the real nature of the city comes out. At night, the shifty-eyed stalker becomes a creature with dripping claws and a maw full of teeth. At night, cars roll down the streets with no one in the driver's seat. But when morning comes, nobody can remember how the night really went. They remember through a fog, or more appropriately, a mist. No one knows where the mist came from, or its true nature. In fact, most everyone in the city doesn't even know the mist exists. The mist doesn't just cover up either. It affects everything and everyone in the city, changing them, warping them. Most of those affected by the mist, they take what the mist gives them to turn a profit or pursue selfish gains. But there are some, just a few, that fight the good fight. They put their necks on the line to protect the city from the nefarious ne'er-do-wells. It's not always easy. In fact, it never is. But these legends don't surrender. This is a story of a few of those legends. Their story needs to be told, and it needs to be heard.
Shut up, you lemon.
Are you going to say that now? Do y'all need to practice your voices real quick?
Ooh, good. Also, I said,
You're about as smart as a eucalyptus leaf.
I only talk in character.
You don't have a character voice.
Dang.
I
you
only
don't-
talk. Well, Tessa's mom thinks I'm hilarious, so
That's
you
true.
can suck it.
I've heard two people's favorite characters, and both of them are Esther.
Suck
I think
on it.
it's your sassiness. Mom also, she said, Tessa, you really gotta work on your accent. And I was like,
Yeah, Phil
Thanks,
said.
Mom.
"Oh, grandma."
Phil said I really like listening to the first episode, and I can't wait for more Tex Brit accents.
That's very accurate. But then I said, well, what do you think of Jaime's accent? She said, I didn't notice he had one. I was like, what? Mom.
My accent's
She
so
didn't
good.
notice sax either.
How do I laugh in Australian? Kangaroo! Koala!
How are you laughing?
I'm sorry that I'm the funniest character on the podcast.
Oh,
You know, we never should have told her that. We never should have told her other
I
people's
never
opinions.
get an ego boost. Suck on it.
let's do a poll.
So, yeah, that's
Let's-
what I wanted to tell you.
let's
You
do a
you
poll.
never get complimented.
And we'll check the
This is why.
Screw you. I'm
Pass the-
funny.
I don't have anything to throw at you, but I will later.
let's just ask the 36 subscribers.
38.
Oh no, you skipped 2 of them. Now their feelings are
That's
hurt.
because I know it's you, Logan. I know.
Oh my gosh. We're starting this episode.
I always want to say like welcome back, but I don't need to say welcome back because we already did.
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh. So I want to go around the table today and I want to ask the players, not the characters, I want to ask the players, what is your first role-playing game experience, or what was your first role-playing game experience? And I guess how long you've been playing role-playing games? Let's start with Carrie.
So you want to know how long I've been playing role playing?
yeah, how long have you been playing role-playing game, and what was your first role-playing game experience?
I've probably been playing since about 2010,
Uh-huh.
maybe 2009. My first role playing experience,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, was at your parents' house back in the day.
Really?
We had some of your friends from high school, and this is what I remember as my first one.
Okay, keep going.
And my character was like in a jail, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because you
friend,
and another character had gotten into a
Right.
straight up sword fight in the middle of the street, and it was like, yeah, that's not allowed. You're going to jail.
and your friend John's character came in and started hitting on me, and I was new to role playing, so I was like uncomfortable because there was my boyfriend and like one of his best friends, and the best friend was flirting with me, and I couldn't figure it out. Now I know that that's just like how you play, but
Yeah, John was.
it was
John's a great role player. He was just so deep in his character.
yeah.
didn't
I was
even
like, I
mind.
don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Carrie
That
was a
my
little
first
baffled by it.
experience.
Yeah, John's character was also in jail for completely different reasons,
Yep.
but I'm sure equals amounts of tomfoolery. And he was trying to convince you to like help him get out.
Yeah,
Oh, that was a good
I
time.
think he had some successful roles too. So
Oh yeah, he was. His characters are usually very charming.
We love you, John.
Except for one, and he knows which one I'm talking about. Tessa, what about you? What was your first role playing game experience, and how long have you been playing role playing games?
Okay. I've been playing for I think about 2 years.
What a noob.
Yes, very much noob. And my first experience was with you fools. And then
Us-ins.
2 of our other friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you all managed to let me go through an entire campaign, right? That's the right word to use for
Yeah, it
that?
was a full on adventure. Yeah.
Yeah. As a droid, which was a complete fail because I just basically walked in circles with everyone the entire time.
but
You
your
didn't-
droid was pretty colors.
My droid was really pretty colors.
It was her wedding colors.
It was. My droid was coral and Tiffany blue.
Yeah.
So for all of the people listening, just, picture it.
And for like Star Wars fans, it was a protocol droid. So picture C-3PO with Tiffany blue and coral orange colors.
And with
I didn't know what I was
with
doing.
no fighting ability.
Yeah, no fighting
fighting
abilities at all.
ability.
She was a doctor.
Brawl 1.
But about the last night we played, I kind of figured out what I was doing. So it's getting better.
Were you there the last night? I thought we NPC'd you, and you were literally
Oh.
strapped to Zach's back, and you just stabbed him with stim packs
that
to
is
keep him
also
alive.
accurate. I guess the second to last night. Whenever we were, and you can probably edit all this out because I don't care. But whenever we were running out of the place and I was helping
compound?
another NPC.
Oh yeah. Cortala
get
with
around.
her.
I
bee.
figured that one out. That
Yeah, you
episode
did.
I had down.
Yeah, it was
But-
all about the role play with that character
Yeah,
because
that was
you really couldn't do
something.
anything.
Couldn't do a thing. And that was all y'all's fault.
Whatever, you pick the character you make, and then you play it.
You
I
didn't
blame
give
Zach.
me a heads up. You said, "Yeah, Tessa, go ahead, be a droid. Have fun with that."
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, it was good.
Verbatim.
It was fun. I had a really good time.
All right, let's move on to Zachary.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome. I thought we should get pretty formal on this episode. I don't want to call you Zach anymore. I'm just gonna call you Zachary. So Zach, what is your first role playing game experience, and how long have you been playing role playing games?
So I've been playing role playing for about 2 years, and the first role playing experience, I believe my character is a Rhodian. I think.
Yeah, it was a Rhodian.
Yeah, it was a Rhodian sniper.
It was in the same game that Tessa's first game was in, so another Star Wars game.
And wasn't my droid convinced that she was in love with you?
No, you weren't a Rhodian. You were a Duros.
Oh, Duros.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, a Duros sniper who was pretty much badass.
yeah.
And
You,
pretty
you-
much amazing.
Yeah, you sniped a lot of people.
Yeah.
You killed a lot of men. They had families, you know.
Well, they're dead.
All right, let's move on to Jaime Torres. Jaime, how many years have you been? How many times? How many years have you been role playing? And what's your first role playing game experience memory?
Well, I've been role playing since I was 5. That was the first time that me and my cousin pretended like we were the characters from Street Fighter. If we want to talk gaming,
Oh, yeah. We're talking about role playing games.
That was dumb. I judge you for that.
thank you.
Hardcore.
I mean,
I wanted you to do something goofy.
that is role playing.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, I played World of Warcraft before. I think I played tabletop
That's
games.
not role playing.
That's a role
That's
playing game.
MMO.
Granted, I wasn't on a role playing server, so yeah, I wasn't role playing.
Yeah.
My first ever role playing game was in Texas. Now, what was actually in your house, in your room?
Yeah.
That was really
That sound,
creepy.
I don't care how creepy it sounds. It's true.
Hey, you were on your bed.
No,
Stop.
we were not.
Actually, we were on the
Stop.
floor
We were
right
on-
next to the
We were on
bed.
the floor. We were kicking it.
My sister was there.
Stop.
I'm done. Me and Carrie are leaving. We're gonna go get Starbucks.
She was. Anyways, keep telling. Oh man.
Yeah, I played a dwarf warrior. My boy Phil loves dwarfs, so I made sure. I made sure to play a dwarf warrior, and I was having a lot of fun until your sister stole all my gold.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Made it a little harder for me to play the game.
Yeah, she. I do remember that. Yeah, y'all had just set up camp, and your character had fallen asleep. Her character was an elf, so I don't think she had to sleep. 3.5 rules. Don't think elves had to sleep. I don't know. It's been a long time. Anyways, and she snuck into your tent and straight up stole your gold and ran off with it.
Why
and
did I get a roll for like her waking me up, or why didn't she have to roll for waking me up?
Did you not get a roll?
No.
Are you really still bitter about this?
Oh, he's
Yes,
been bitter about
Allison,
this for
if you hear
years.
this, you're gonna roll a d20 next time I see you.
Yeah, my Allison. Well, she is my Allison, technically.
My Allison.
My Allison. Oh, my dear Allison.
Misconceptions does not promote ownership of people. Let that be known.
Oh my gosh,
Thank you.
we're never gonna get through this episode.
We're not. No, my sister role plays too, and I don't know. Who knows? Maybe one episode in the future will
I have never
feature
heard
her.
Allison.
Yeah, she doesn't talk
Speak
about
of
it a lot.
fondly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so also
I was
before we get to
14 years old when that happened.
and she would have been 10. What? You let
See,
a
I
10-year-old
told-
steal your gold?
No, she wasn't. So I must have been like 15 or 16 then. I was 17 because I could drive.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes it better.
Before we get started tonight, as you all know, City of Mist features a roll plus the number of tags that you have that could use that power to use, and that's how you roll and that's how you play the game. Well, there's also something called crew tags, which is basically you belong to a team, and your team gets one time per session tags that you can use. And it just represents how well you work as a team and what your team is good at. And since I think officially you four are a team, I think we should go through and pick which of the crew themes you want to pick. So the players have kind of looked over the crew themes already, and which ones were y'all thinking about doing?
Either Dabblers in the Mist or Conspiracy Theory Busters.
Could you say that into the mic, please, instead of directly around the mic?
You're welcome. We are thinking of doing Dabblers in the Mist or Conspiracy Busters.
Okay. Which one appeals to y'all? Kind of look at the power tags, read them out loud, and which ones do y'all like?
Let's see.
You could even read that short description, the beautifully worded short description.
Dabblers in the Mist, the identity is there's a reason we're all what we are. We must discover what it is. And the power tags are empathetic connection, guidance from a strange mystic, and divine intervention.
What's the second one? You get help from a mystic?
Yeah, strange mystic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And which one was that? That was Dabblers in the Mist. Okay. What about Conspiracy Busters?
Conspiracy Busters, the identity is finding out the truth is more important than our personal issues. And the power tags are won't get fooled again, insider tip, and surveillance equipment.
I feel like that one would be more helpful power tag wise.
Yeah. I like the power tags on that one more. And I'll say that, I don't know. I feel like Conspiracy Busters would be best for the story I have in mind.
But every good GM knows.
The carefully laid plans of mice, men, and GMs often go awry.
Which is also a type of bread.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the funniest character.
Oh my gosh.
Gary.
All right, so do y'all want to go with Conspiracy Busters?
I'm in.
What could we use Won't Get Fooled Again for? Like, is that like if you have knowledge of us not understanding or getting something?
Is that weakness tag?
No, that's power tags.
I
So,
feel
like-
I feel like we won't get tricked again if we're like tricked into doing something.
Right.
Fold again.
But whose call is that? Like, is it? Because we wouldn't necessarily know if we're getting tricked. You know what I mean?
Maybe is like you have been fooled or defeated by this NPC or villain before, and won't get fooled again would apply to you going up against that certain NPC.
Tactic. Okay, because I wanted to talk about it now before we like start going.
Or
and-
maybe we've
Yeah.
been fooled so many times, like we aren't going to fall for
That's
like your typical.
that could be true. Yeah.
yeah,
stuff.
like cool.
Sure. Okay. Conspiracy Busters. There you go. That's your crew. So the scene picks up in Ren's fledgling office building. It is mid-evening, so Deja and Pablo are gone. You notice that Deja's area, which was previously the just makeshift holder for all the boxes, is very neat and pristine. She has put all the boxes somewhere else. You really have no idea where she could have put all those boxes, but they're just gone, and is in stark comparison to Pablo's very messy working space, and they're right across from each other. But anyways, what are you all doing?
I sit in the chair of the really neat desk, and I put my shoes up on the desk, and accidentally knock over a pencil cup.
So the pencil cup falls over, and all the pencils just scatter to the ground.
Whoopsie daisy.
What's the matter with you?
I'm just really tired of having to be with you, honestly.
Then just leave.
Okay, see you later.
No, guys, please. Okay, can we get together and try to find Pedro, see if he still has the tracker in him or whatever?
I pull up my phone. Yep, still has a tracker in him. He's good. I think he's at some random warehouse district. I can't really tell.
Okay, well, he was
Can
missing.
you tell if the tracker has moved recently or if he's been stuck there for a long time?
Oh, that was good, yes.
This particular tracker just shows his GPS location.
How long has he been at this location, though?
For at least 24 hours.
He can't tell that.
Zach just comes in as GM.
There are some things we have to defer to the GM for.
I was just gonna straight up say Pedro's dead. So
Yeah. You can't tell. Not from this GPS. The GPS just shows his location.
Okay, well, I mean, I vote we go and check it out because the police.
Yes, but we haven't had good experience with the warehouse thing. So, like, we got to come up with a different
it's not a
game.
warehouse. It's in the middle of town.
We definitely got to come up with a different game plan and actually have a game plan when we go in. Because what we've been doing, flying by the seat of our pants, not working.
yeah, thanks, Bill. Thanks for that.
I think it's working great. I mean, my vines are doing a great job.
Do you ever run out of those?
No, they just go on indefinitely.
My vines
David
are
is
glorious.
nodding his head. I'm so screwed for this entire episode.
We
And we
may or may not have
introduce
had this
your
discussion
nemesis,
off of-
the Weed Eater.
Okay, so is he in a building? We just know like the location. We don't know if he's inside a building or anything like that.
You know, we could go on. Can we say Google? We could go on an internet browser.
No, that was dumb. Google.
No, you can't say Google.
You say Google.
Google. Google. You can.
Say you're gonna
Ooh,
Scoogle it.
let's Google it.
Google it.
You can go on Scoogle
I like it.
and use Scoogle Maps, and you could see exactly what the coordinates are.
On your pair phone.
Yeah, on your
Okay.
pair
on
phone.
your pair
So
phone.
somebody pull that up so then we can make a game plan.
Wait, what are we trying to accomplish with even talking to him again? Do we have
Oh, I'm
anything
gonna
to
kill him.
ask him? Why are we killing him?
Yeah, he deserves to die.
I don't know. I
we're not-
disagree.
I don't think that that's
I
what
agree.
this group is
Nope.
about.
Oh, you're
Nope.
right. No, I'm not.
Just
I'm
you.
not gonna try to kill him.
Okay, but no, really, like, why are we going to find this man?
Because we have more questions in regards to the drugs that he's selling.
What
Because-
But
questions
he
do
doesn't
we
have the answer.
Because he went missing, so obviously we have to look for him.
Well, so remember, the guy who was distributing and manufacturing the gloves talked about these others that we don't know about, and they're the ones who hired an assassin to kill him. So if we find out where the missing drug dealers are, who are dealing the stuff that he's dealing that isn't, he's like, you didn't find the full power of it, and if we find whoever's taking and kidnapping them, then we'll find out who the others are and what their holy agenda is.
Okay. Can we put just on our to-do list, though, to go and either bug or find out some more information on Commissioner
Wheatley.
Wheatley?
Cooper Wheatley.
Cooper Wheatley? Commissioner Cooper Wheatley. That's really hard to say in an accent. Commissioner Wheatley later.
This Wheatley character is interesting.
Yeah. Just, I mean, we know that he has some information. We know he's corrupt.
We could kill him.
Or we could get information from him and help him. So, we all jump into... I
No,
don't know
we're
why
gonna
I'm still
have
in
a
character.
game plan
Oh, I'm-
before we go.
We all
So
jump on
sorry.
my
We do
scooter.
have a
So
game
sorry.
plan.
Okay, tell me what the building looks like.
It looks
We
like a
don't know
building that.
that.
has a door that I can kick in, and we can rush.
And my vines will follow me.
And how did that work the first time when we saw Pedro? Oh, wait, he escaped. Thanks, Bill.
He escaped because no,
It's
he didn't
accurate.
escape.
Ooh, I
We
have an
captured
idea.
him.
I
And
Yes.
then we put a tracker in him, and then we let him go.
That was
After
the
he ran
second
into
time
Morty's.
he came to my bar first. So
All right, so you get
we
in
all
the
get in
SUV.
the car.
Yeah. Y'all
So-
get in the SUV.
So as soon as we get in the SUV, because I like drawing things out, not really. But so is the plan to go?
See, this is my point. We should have had a plan before
Right,
we got
that's
in
what
the
I'm
car.
saying. You said
You
let's have a
just
plan,
said that we didn't need a plan.
and then but then I thought the plan was to knock him out. Yeah.
What if he's
That's why we
already
made the
knocked
drink.
out?
Then we just cut his head off.
What? No.
Okay, fine. We cut his ear off.
No.
They're both biblical.
You are not Peter.
He is not Van Gogh.
Peter.
Peter
He is Pedro.
from Hunger Games.
It would be a really good idea to drive up in our nondescript black SUV near the location he is and see what it is. Is it a nightclub? Is it a hotel?
I do think that'd be a good idea because it's still daylight outside. So
Nope,
Nope.
it's like 9.
okay, but it's still a little bit light outside, and so I think that it would. What time of year is it, huh? You don't know.
It's right now.
It's not right now. That's a lie. Anyways, the city is different than where we are right now.
That's true.
So it's not completely pitch black dark. So we can't just park in the front.
Right,
It's
right.
We
Like,
need to
midnight.
people
like
would still
let's
be
go
awake.
But it's
case
still
the
light out.
place.
I agree.
Just case the place.
right,
I
let's go.
say the least normal looking of us have to stay in the car. So that would be
Bill?
Ren.
I'm a teacher. I'm the normal looking one.
And
But you look
I'm
so
a
foreign in a
bartender, so
bar.
I'm a robot.
What?
Well, she said she's the most normal looking one. I was like, bartenders look normal too.
You could have just said that and not said a robot.
Yeah. You really confused everybody.
I was being
You're
sarcastic.
so funny.
You're right. You're everybody's favorite.
Because
character.
no, I wasn't being retarded. I was just saying.
No, yes.
So tough.
Okay.
All right.
Well, he'll edit all that out anyway.
I would have never
So
called him
much of
that
this
if I
is
knew.
edited out.
Sorry. Tessa.
All right. You leave the bar, and you are following.
We're not
weren't
at the bar.
Yeah, I have to keep that in there.
All right. You leave the business, and
What
you
business?
are
Oh,
Stop.
your business.
I'm going to unplug your mic.
You leave Ren's fledgling business, and you are driving. You're following the tracker that you've placed in Pedro. You follow it to the middle of town, and you pull up on a street that doesn't have a lot of open businesses anymore. And in fact, the building that you pull up in front of that the GPS signal is coming from is an abandoned animal control center. It's all boarded up. There is a chain link fence in the back where they would let the dogs and animals and whatever out for their exercise and everything. But that is from inside there is where the GPS signal is coming from.
Okay. So are we going in, or how do we want to do this? This is obviously not what we were expecting.
So we've got somebody in the car who's got a thermal scanning capability. I think if he scans the place and see what's going on in there, and then maybe the person who looks most normal, that you two can play paper, rock, scissors to figure that out.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Rochambeau,
That's my favorite.
what have you, tic-tac-toe, whatever. Anyway, you can figure out if he scans and there's thermals and it seems like people, you can act like you're lost and possibly maybe get a peek into what's going on inside. Downside, you die, you get shot in the face, but you know, it's just, you got to be willing to take a risk, right?
Ren, do the scan.
Ren
Right,
puts
Ren.
on his glasses.
Roll and investigate.
Just the cybernetic lenses, I guess. And the biorhythmic scanner.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, there are lots of people inside.
Well, Jesus.
Could we try to get roof access? Actually, are there any cameras that you can see?
You know what? With that 12, I'll say that you do not see any. Nah, you don't see any cameras.
Okay.
Well-
And also make it a 13 because we will not be fooled again. Are there cameras?
You want to burn your tag already?
It's not really. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one use.
Ever?
One per session.
Yeah, no, we're good. It was a 12.
Yeah, you see you see a lot of people inside, and there are no cameras or feeds coming out of this place that you can tell.
Well, the good news is there's no cameras, so we won't get caught like we did last time. Bad news, there's a boatload of people in there.
I think we need roof access. That's just my preference there.
Why don't we have either me or Esther, as much as I hate this, we can play the Lost Girl card, go in the front to kind of distract, and then everybody else can kind of get up to the roof and see what is going on and see if they need to go in from there and all of that. Does that make sense?
No, yeah.
So we split up.
Ish. I mean, like, everybody will still be able to see each other. All right. So we'll give y'all a few minutes to get up on the roof, and then we'll head
Don't
over.
we need to distract before they get on the roof? Like while they're getting
while
on the
we're
roof?
climbing.
Oh, I guess I was thinking of them coming down from the roof, like into the building. But never mind. I understand now. Yes. Thank you.
So are we just gonna go knock on the door?
Yeah, I think we sneak, and
I think we play like we're going to look for an animal.
I mean, this is a pretty old building.
what do you mean,
And
animal?
It's
Like,
it's old
it's
and it's
an
been
animal
boarded up
shelter.
for a long time.
We could
But like,
also-
would it still show up on a GPS, like an animal shelter, possibly?
Okay, good point. Maybe, yeah.
Well, but if we,
If you Scoogled it, it might still appear.
Yeah.
but we could like, you could pretend that you have car problems.
No one's gonna believe my beautiful SUV doesn't work.
I think the animal shelter thing is good.
But at 9:00,
If all else fails, we can always act a little tipsy and confused.
Accurate.
I mean, you've got the confused thing going for you, so
Screw you!
you lobbed me a softball. I couldn't not hit it. Sorry. So me and bucket of bolts here are gonna sneak around the side and climb up. Can you even climb? Do you know how to do that?
Do you even lift, bro?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Zach, why did you take 6 years to answer that question?
All right, splitting into groups. Let's deal with the two girls first. Well, you are playing like you're girls, but really you're women. You're strong, independent women.
I was like, we are girls.
I know.
Really, they're just playing girls. I was like,
All right, Faye and Esther, kind of role play out and describe how you are going to sell this.
Faye is going to channel her inner maiden.
Mm-mm.
And the very flirtatious, like, hi, kind of thing.
Okay.
Please cut that for the sake of everyone.
Text tone.
Esther.
well, I just have a pretty like good, friendly personality, like easy to talk to, bartender thing. You know, I'm chatty and friendly, and you know.
All right, so we did y'all move the SUV?
Oh
Did
yeah.
y'all leave it there? Okay.
No.
So we have a
It's in
shot.
a secure location, for the record.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't planning on stealing it, but who knows?
Now that you put the idea in
Yeah,
his
now that
head.
you put the idea in my head, it's not a bad idea. All right, so two women are walking up to this abandoned animal shelter. Give me, what are y'all talking? What are y'all saying?
So what kind of puppy are you gonna get?
Well, I was thinking of getting a golden retriever. I just think that it will look so cute in my apartment. With
You know
my
they're like massive.
not all that big. I think they'll be so cute.
Yeah, maybe.
What kind of dog are you thinking of getting?
Probably a Lhasa Apso.
I don't. That doesn't.
Maybe a mix. It's the kind of dog I always wanted, but my dad wouldn't get for me.
That just. Cool. Didn't your dad die?
Yeah, that was. But in the okay, pause. In the last episode, there was the dogs, and the whole thing was that I didn't get a dog.
Right. Okay.
All right, so you walk up to
Yes.
abandoned dog shelter. It's a glass door, but there is a cardboard box kind of duct taped on the inside of it.
I say like, we just flat out open the door and
Yeah.
like act like, oh my gosh, we're looking for the.
It is locked.
Of course, it's locked. Okay,
Really,
so.
they just bust in.
I start like knocking. Hello. I don't know what accent that was.
Hello.
Hello.
I start kind of beating on the door a little harder. Hey, open up, guys! Just coming for the party.
And for dogs, if we could have the dogs, please.
All right, roll a
Party.
roll a sneak around, I guess.
We're not really sneaky.
Yeah, we're not.
No, you're not. Well, this is y'all trying to do something sneaky.
Okay. Oh wait.
Yeah, one of you roll it, and then one of you add a power tag that you could add to this roll.
Persuasive.
Okay,
Can I throw on resourceful or trusted?
just one for each of you.
Oh, okay. Persuasive.
I don't have a power tag to add.
Okay, go ahead and Tessa, roll your sneak around.
8 plus my power tag, so 9.
Okay. You pound on the door. Hey, let us in. We're here to buy dogs and stuff, yeah? Nobody comes to the door. But as you are doing that, you hear kind of like somebody kicking a can in the alleyway to the left of the building.
Can we hear anything coming from inside the building?
No.
But we do know people are in there.
Right, but like I didn't know if they were making a lot of noise. Maybe they couldn't hear us, or like.
No, it seems very quiet. If you didn't know that if Ren hadn't scanned it, you would have not believed that anybody was in there.
Okay. So Faye moves towards the alley with the sound. And it's like, hello.
I'm kind of between her and the door, and I've got my hand on my gun, keeping an eye out for things.
Okay. From behind a trash can in the alleyway, you see a hunched over figure.
All right, Faye goes up too.
Okay.
The figure.
As Faye approaches, you see that the figure is wearing a hoodie, and she has black pants and boots, and this person stands up, and she says, "Keep your voices down. What are y'all doing?" And her face is partly shrouded by her jacket, hoodie.
Oh, hi. We were just looking for some dogs and we saw this.
All right, you can cut the accent. All right, I know you're not tipsy. I'm a better investigator than that.
Well, I wish I could cut my British accent, but I already committed to it in the first episode.
She pulls back her hood, and this is Linda Lockwood. She is you saw her last episode on the TV screen, and you have seen her many times before that, but she is the heartthrob female news reporter for the weekly news.
Linda Lockwood, what are you doing here?
I'm investigating. What do you think? Something's going on in this animal shelter. Something connected with, well, obviously y'all are here for the drugs. So, something to do with the drugs.
Don't you just stand with some cue cards and read things? Why are you actually investigating anything?
Don't you just sit behind a desk and grade papers all day?
Great. Glad to know we're going to be good friends.
Yeah, friendship has never been a strong suit of mine.
Esther's either.
Esther's not close enough to hear what they're saying, so I mean, like, I'm backing her up, but like I assume that they're talking pretty low, so I'm not actually hearing what they're saying.
Okay.
Anyways, what are you two doing here? You obviously aren't very skilled in whatever it is you're trying to do.
Would she know Esther?
No. You never met her in person. She's kind of like a minor celebrity.
Never been to the bar or anything?
There are other bars in the city.
I disagree.
You know what? What we're doing here is privileged information, and you have not earned that right yet.
Fair. I accept that.
Faye leans back and gets Esther's attention and motions for her to come over.
Esther reluctantly goes.
Esther, this is Linda Lockwood. I'm sure you've seen her before.
Yep.
She's here investigating something. What have you found?
How did you find this shelter?
I'm an investigative reporter.
Did
I
you
knew that
Google
people,
it?
I did not Scoogle it. I followed some clues. I found out that people were going missing, people connected to this drug. I'm not sure who's all behind it, and that's what I'm here to figure out. I know that the police must have been covering it up, because this problem wouldn't have gotten this bad without the police covering up. I don't know why, but I'm here to expose the truth.
While she's talking, Faye texted Bill and Ren, or the group message, and said, "We've got Linda Lockwood down here. She's investigating too. What's going on up there?"
You send the message, and as you swipe up on the message, the camera also swipes up to Ren and Bill. Ren and Bill, you are in the alleyway. This goes back in time a little bit. The girls were just pounding on the glass door, blah, 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 all that noise. What are you all doing?
All right.
There is a long, narrow pipe on the side of the building.
Okay,
Yeah.
drainage pipe?
Yeah.
Okay. And y'all hike it up that? Wait.
I like that you saw that drainage pipe, and I know you're a novice, so if you want to try climbing it, that's fine. But I think I'm going to use the fire escape, because any building, especially a business that is multiple stories high, is required to have a fire escape. Do I see a fire escape?
No, none was built into this building. I'm kidding.
I promptly start to call the fire marshal. Hello, marshal.
That's why it was shut down. No, there's one.
All right.
I'm still climbing up that.
What is? Okay, fine. You
My
climb up.
wall is 4.
No, how big is he? Is he a little dainty
He?
man?
How big are you, Ren? Describe your physical appearance.
Ren is 8 feet tall.
Nope.
Plays for the Rockets.
Nope. He's not Yao Ming.
Ren's probably about average height, 5'8" or something.
Okay. Yeah, he's not the biggest guy. I think you're taller than him.
It's quite nondescript.
Yeah.
He's of average height, has a very average name.
Ren?
Ren?
Pascal is not average.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. I'm going to attempt to climb up to the fire escape. And I will use the boost of having a fire escape instead of trying to scale a bare wall. Can I use it as a... I guess I'd have to get to the fire escape because
Yeah.
it'd be up.
Yeah.
I could. Is there a trash can nearby?
You could roll it.
Could I parkour? I could ask him for a boost.
Yeah, if you did
me
a
for
boost, that would be a change the game.
Well, that one.
Any trash cans nearby?
Sure.
Cool. I searched the trash can. What do I find?
Just tons of trash.
Okay, I throw it at Ren.
Okay.
And then I close the lid.
Mm.
Push.
Scumbag Steve.
I push it up next to the fire escape,
Mhm.
and I ask Ren, "Hey, could you hold this still, so I can climb on top of it and get to the fire escape, and then I can help you up?
Fine.
Thank you."
Okay. Ren, go ahead and roll a change the game to give Bill a boost to get to the fire escape.
Okay. I think I'll use the cybernetic lenses to see if I can estimate like how to like throw him and like what angle and
No. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you use the cybernetic lenses for everything.
going to use heightened processing speed.
Okay.
12.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you successfully give him a boost. Rin, you get +1 boost to climb the wall or climb the fire escape.
All right.
What are you using?
I'm gonna use. The only thing that makes sense for me is quick hands. Nope. I'm gonna use quick hands and ectoplasmic constructs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna construct some like ice climbers, like rake claws. I'm gonna look like Vega, or we can say TM. Don't sue us. I'm gonna look like Vega from Street Fighter,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of get in the grout of the brick because I'm assuming it's brick. Is it brick?
Are you climbing up the wall or the fire escape?
Like to the fire escape, but I have to get there. It's kind of high up.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm just climbing straight onto it, then
I mean, like, I was assuming, what is going on over there?
Get out of control yourself.
I'm assuming that Rin's boost
yeah,
would
it could get me to
like
the fire
push you
escape.
up to the fire escape so you could grab it. Because what fire escapes are only like
I mean,
8 or 10 feet tall.
They're normally about 10 feet.
Yeah, so I assume with another man
I mean,
boosting another man, you
I've
could
got
jump
mad
up and grab
hops.
it.
I could have gotten it
You-
alone, but
Yeah,
I
you
I
do.
wanted to make him feel like he was useful.
Yeah, yeah. Make him feel.
Because I like
one
the
of
guy. As
team.
much crap as I give him, I like the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Scumbag.
So I'm still gonna get claws because I think claws would help me
Yeah.
to like
I like it.
get around.
Yeah,
kink,
hook around it.
You know,
Yeah, I
All
like
right.
it.
I'm really good at what I do. What I do isn't very nice.
Snake eyes.
TM, don't sue us. You got snake eyes?
No, I got friends in low places since he's boosting me up from a low place.
That's not. You already said what your 2 tags are.
5, 6, 7. I got an 8.
Okay, you jump
How
up.
many tags did you have?
I had
Yeah, two.
ectoplasm constructs and quick hands,
Yeah.
and then your boost.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so +1. Yeah. So you jump up. You grab the ladder of this thing, and as you grab it, you feel it shudder, and then it goes and unfolds and just comes crashing down. And you fall into Ren. You fall into a couple of trash cans and everything. Like there's this huge raucous noise. And about that time, you get a text message.
Ugh, it's so loud. What the heck? We're trying to be sneaky. Who's texting me right now? Linda, look. She's such a ditz. What's she doing out here? If she's like some news reporter who I think is only a news reporter because she looks attractive, then I'd say that.
Right.
Not saying that news reporters who happen to be beautiful are all ditzes. I'm playing my character. Except you, Logan. I still hate you. I'm sorry.
The guy didn't know that Ice Expands became a meteorologist.
He was wrong about that. He could be wrong about the weather too.
All right.
Actually, I found Linda Lockwood to be incredibly intelligent. I've read all of her reports.
Gosh, she's such a brown noser.
Does Ren have a little crush on Linda Lockwood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Nice. I like it. Go ahead.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
got
you
this.
can.
We got this text, Ren.
Yes, I saw it.
I'm familiar with Linda Lockwood. I know she's on the telly, but do you know anything else about why would she be out here?
She's an investigative reporter. She pretty much investigates everything. She's been investigating quite extensively over all this drug stuff. So I'd imagine that's exactly what she's doing.
Do you want to go up to the roof and scare her?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Y'all climb up the ladder. Y'all get to the second story.
Yeah.
Y'all run over to the other side of the roof.
Well, actually, while we're up here, is there like a skylight or anything, or is there like a window on the ceiling that we could maybe look down through?
Yeah, there totally is.
Because I mean, even if they cardboard everything up, they'd have to go through a lot of trouble to get up
Yeah,
here.
and they didn't do that. They didn't go through all that
so we
trouble.
we can look down.
Yeah,
We
y'all want to?
sneakily look down.
I'm gonna clean the window off with my sleeve.
It breaks.
Yeah, it
The,
shatters.
the windows does not break.
Yeah. No, you look in. Actually, I'm gonna say that this building is so old and this skylight is so old that there's actually like a panel that's just busted out, and you can look straight down into what's going on below. You look in, and you see the main area where dogs used to be kept in this control center, and in the cages are humans, and the humans are tearing at the chain link fences, trying to bust out. They're frothing in the mouth. They seem more beast than man. And in the middle, you see a man with a suit, but he has taken his suit jacket off and he's given it to somebody, like an attendant who is holding it for him. He has his sleeves rolled up. He has a black slim tie going down his white shirt, black pants, black dress shoes. And in his hand, on his hands are rubber gloves. And in his hand is a gun with a silencer on it. Do you want to continue investigating? Or do you want to run over to the other side of the alleyway?
I think we need to let them know what's going on. Because as much as I like being at half manpower or power, it would be much more useful to have the whole team. As useful or not as I may think they are.
Ren quietly picks up like rocks that are on top of the roof and points to Bill to pick up rocks.
I pick up a rock that's large enough to kill someone.
That'll make too much noise.
Why would there be a boulder on top of
Yeah,
this roof in the middle of a city?
seriously.
Okay, first
That's
of all,
a nice boulder.
you do
That's a
not
real
you do
nice
not need a
boulder.
huge rock to kill somebody.
It's true. I've killed a man before with a rock. Yeah, anyways, okay, you grab rocks. What do you do with the rocks, Ren?
Put them
I
in
just-
my slingshot.
No, David.
Hey, do you see the metal trash cans down there?
Yeah, why?
Because if we hit one of those with the rock, it's going to make a lot of noise.
And alert people to our location.
Absolutely.
That is a terrible idea.
Well, we've already made noise on one side. If we make noise on the other side, maybe they won't know where to send them. Yeah, I see it. You see that it's actually not a bad idea. I see it in your face. I throw a rock.
Okay, on one side. The side that the girls are in?
Yeah,
Straight up throws one
at the trash can.
All right, so girls, as you are down with Linda Lockwood in the alleyway, Linda's saying, "Listen, girls, I appreciate you being here, but I work solo. I really don't need your help. And as hard as I play it sometimes, I don't want you getting in the way of any fire, and I don't want y'all getting hurt. So with all that said, what the actual hell is going on?" She turns around
I
and
think
you see
need to lower your voice.
you see Ren and Bill, their heads are comically poking over the side of the second story building, and you hear them go, "Dee!" They disappear.
Okay, then we text them.
Sorry, winky face, tongue out.
No, we text them, and I say in the text message, there were people in cages in the building. Get to the roof as fast as you can. You can bring or leave the dits, winky face, tongue out.
And then there's a selfie of me and Bill with our rocks.
So during all of this, Faye like has her teacher glare on, and has like glared at them from the ground, and just in hopes that they saw her, and just shaking her head.
Let me guess.
Esther's
There with you.
actually kind of entertained, and so she's like smirking while she's like freaking out. Faye's freaking out, and Esther's just like, that sounds about right.
Here's the thing, Linda. We have information that you need, but the only way you're going to get it is if you come with us. If you want to stay solo, that's totally fine. We don't care if you're on our team or not. But if you want the information, then you have to abide by our rules.
I'm liking you more and more, Flower Power. In the back alley, you hear a door open, a very heavy metal door open, and then you see light kind of stream into the alleyway. She says, "Let's go, girls." And she runs out the alley, around the front of the building, and to the other side of the building where the fire escape was, and she starts working your way up that. Do y'all follow?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Y'all follow her to the top of the roof. You are all together now. Linda Lockwood is with you. Ren, you start to sweat a little bit because your TV crush is here. But what do y'all do?
I notice that Ren is blushing, and I just roll my eyes.
And already Ren has like a picture of her with like a Sharpie ready to get an autograph.
Are you serious right now? We're trying to bust up
I hate to
potentially
break it
human
to
right
you,
violations,
but
and you want
you-
me to give you a signature?
I hate to break it to
I
you,
look
but
to
you
the
better
side.
just give him the signature, otherwise we won't get anywhere.
All right, give me this. Takes it, signs it really quick, hands it back to you.
So Faye, I'm really intrigued about the whole door thing. So Faye runs over to where they were to see if she can see someone who had walked out of that door.
Okay. You see a couple dudes in sweatpants and sneakers and wife beaters, and they have submachine guns in their hands. They are walking into the alleyway, kind of looking around, not in any organized fashion. In fact, they're not even holding their guns out in front of them. They're just kind of walking and looking, and they find one of the trash cans, and they see the big dent in it, and they're like looking at it like, "Hey, what's this all about? Hey, Rico, come over here. What's this all about?" They're looking at it, poking at it, and then they find a rock, and there's three of them, and their eyes kind of go up to the top roof of the animal shelter, and I'm going to assume that you duck back behind cover.
Correct.
Okay, that's what you see.
They're in an alleyway, correct?
They were in the alleyway that you were just in.
Cool. Giant shrubs. So suddenly at the end of each alleyway, giant shrubs come up and think to Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire when they're going through the maze, and they're like as tall as the building, and so these people are now trapped in that alleyway.
Okay, roll a
Change the game.
yeah, roll a change the game.
Okay.
What are you adding?
Mind control over nature. I know shrubs aren't necessarily vines, but can I still use entangling vines? Does that still apply?
No, because entangling vine
Great.
would apply directly to you like wrapping somebody up. That
Okay.
just means that you're good at wrapping somebody up.
Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna say that Faye attempts to block the door as well with the shrubs, so they can't get back in.
Okay, well, the way I'm picturing it is like you're putting it right at the ends.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the door is on like the back side of the building.
Oh,
and
okay,
I'm
okay, okay.
picturing you're just blocking off the alleyway.
Okay. I thought it was correct.
Yeah, good.
All right. So just one. 6.
Okay. So these you try to focus, but it's really hard. It's in the middle of a city. There's not a lot of plant life here. And so as you focus, you strain yourself, and these bushes kind of start to form. But then you feel like something on your lip.
Faye, is your nose bleeding?
You lift up your hand and you feel your lip, and sure enough, you are bleeding from your nose. The walls do not form, and in fact, the mafia guys don't even notice it. They just kind of turn, and they're like, "Hey, were there shrubs here before?" "Hey, I don't know, man. Let's go back inside, tell the boss." "All right, let's do that." And so they walk, and they'll just step over your shrubs that you're trying to form. But you take a dazed 1 status from pushing yourself too far.
Are they climbing up the fire escape?
No, they're going back inside.
They just went back through the door.
Yeah, the metal door closes.
They're inside?
All of the girls are up on the roof.
Yeah,
that's what I was asking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dudes. No, they're here, up there with you.
Well, now I'm going to say, because I haven't seen down where we looked yet, right? So I'm going to, okay. Yeah, it's right over here. Look, come here.
Okay, you go look at the scene. That guy is still there with his sleeves rolled up. The 3 guys from outside come back in. "Hey, boss, we don't know what to tell you. We walked outside. Probably some kids just throwing rocks at trash cans. I don't know, being stupid." "All right, boys, bring me the next one." And they bring just a guy with a hoodie up to him, and his hands are tied behind him. He is not freaking out. He is not bestial. Well, I should say he's freaking out because he's crying. He's like, man, just let me go, man, just let me go. And the man with the rolled up sleeves grabs him and says, "All right, buddy boy, listen. I don't want to hurt you. I've hurt a lot of people tonight. Put a lot of bullets in a lot of heads. I don't want to keep doing that. So why don't you help me out? You see, my boss made a deal with the guy who gave you drugs. Those drugs belong to my boss, all right? So, here's what I need from you. I just need the drugs. Give them to me. You and the rest of your crazy-ass friends can get out of here. But if you don't, you're going out back with the rest of your friends. So, buddy boy, where's the drugs?" Man, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's all gone. All right, I sold them all out. I don't know. Somebody took out Marcus. He's not there anymore. All the stash is gone. I sold all of mine. All right, then. He jabs the silencer end of the gun into the dude's eye socket and pulls the trigger.
Oh gosh.
The dude falls over to the ground. The rolled up sleeves man wipes the blood from his face. "All right, bring me the next one." They bring out the next one. His hoodie is up over his head. And he says, "Take the hoodie off. I want to see his face." They take it off, and it is Pedro. And he says, "All right, buddy boy, I don't want to hurt you, but I've hurt a lot of people tonight, put a lot of bullets in all their heads. So I'm going to ask you this once, man. Where's the drugs?" End of episode.
That was boss. Well done.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Mistconceptions. We unfortunately will never ever be back because in the time that it took you to listen to that episode, Jaime did not text me. He did not send me a meme, a GIF, nothing. He did not apologize yet, so this is still our last episode. Anyways, if you like us, go to Facebook and Twitter. You can follow us there, and you can keep up with our crazy antics. And if you like us, share us, get our name out. We are a new podcast. Even though we are ending, we would still love people to subscribe and listen to the 5 episodes that we have. That'd be great. So share us, get our name out there, increase our listenership, and it'll be awesome. Please leave us a rating and reviewing on iTunes. It's a great tool for feedback on what you like of the show, what would you like to see improved on the show. And it's just nice. It's nice to see little reviews pop up and to hear what you think about the show. It's great. City of Mist is an RPG created by Son of Oak Productions, and you can go to their website and download the free starter set for you and your gaming table to play, and I hope you enjoy it, and it's great. The music you heard at the beginning of this episode, and we'll hear here again in a little bit, was composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find more of his music at aaronwharton.net. And that's all for this episode, and that's all for Misconceptions. I guess we'll never see you again. Oh, but before we go, let me say Happy April Fools, and remember, don't believe anything you hear or read on the internet today.
Thank you.